K-pop artist's Tacoma concert is the last stop in her Apple's Cinnamon Crunch tour. K-pop's going to make a stop in Tacoma this February. Solo artist Eve, pronounced Ibule from the Korean spelling, with Eve as an English equivalent, is set to perform at the Pantages Theater on February 4th. It's the last stop of her 2025 Apple Cinnamon Crunch tour in North America. The former member of the K-pop girl group Luna, whose real name is Ha Soo-young, made her debut as a soloist last year. Luna was a 12-member group that disbanded in 2022 after all 12 members opted to leave their agency, Blockberry Creative, the Korea Herald reported. You may have heard of them from Stan Luna, a phrase that fans began posting across what was then Twitter and other social media platforms, often with a link to a Luna music video. In a Zoom interview with the News Tribune on January 8th, Eve said via a translator that she's excited to come to Tacoma and meet fans there. In recent years, Tacoma has become an increasingly common stop for K-pop stars on the U.S. leg of their tours. The list of K-pop groups that performed in 2024 at the Tacoma Dome included G, IDLE, ENHYPEN, Tomorrow X Together, and ATEEZ, the News Tribune reported. The girl group twice performed at the Dome in 2023. L'Assemble, a K-pop group formed by former Luna members Hyunjin, Vivi, Yeojin, Gowon, and Haiju under a new agency in 2023, performed at the Pantages Theater last year. Eve has over 716,500 monthly listeners on Spotify, 751,000 followers on Instagram, and 188,600 followers on TikTok. Her fans are called Engdu, also spelled Engdu, a name they helped her come up with, Eve told the News Tribune. It's a word that combines a common Korean exclamation when you're surprised or curious, similar to ha, and the Korean word for Eve favorite color, yellow-green, yeondesik. It's also similar to the Korean name of a kind of cherry, the engdu, and fits Eve association with fruit from her Luna days, when she was associated with the symbol of an apple. Eve made stops in Europe in December and started the North American part of her tour in Canada January 16th. Other stops include Brooklyn, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Tickets are $40 and available on Ticketmaster. The concert at the Pantages Theater starts at 7:30 p.m., with doors opening at 6 p.m. The setlist for her North America tour differs from her European tour and is prepared specially for her fans in the Americas, Eve told the News Tribune. She'll be singing her original tracks, cover tracks, and tracks for fans to sing along with. It will be a show her fans won't be able to predict but will enjoy, she said. I'm excited and preparing myself to work really hard, she said. One song she said she'll perform on stage is Dim, a song featuring Eve airy vocals floating over a trap beat. Dim has a special meaning to her, she said. The last minute or so of the track, when her vocals fall away and leave only instrumentals, reflects the peace and tranquility that she and producers in her agency Pakes Per Mill wanted to create for those listening to the album from start to finish. Dim is the last of 5 tracks in her second EP, I Did, released on November 14th, 2024. That peace and tranquility is something she's mentioned before. In her first track in I Did, Viola, Eve repeats, I just need some space, over a synth-beating track. The wired, defiant attitude of the song doesn't immediately say calm, but Eve said that's what it's really about. The space in the song reflects a deep need for peace within. My hope is that when fans listen, they'll feel a sense of ease and comfort, as if they've found a moment of calm within themselves, Eve said about Viola in a news release.